Hi, my name is Steve Cave, and I'm your professor for this class, and welcome. I want to make sure that you guys feel welcome to the class. I want to go over just a few things for the start of the quarter to make sure you don't miss some stuff. So, nice to meet you. We'll be talking mostly through the discussion boards and stuff, but it's nice to at least let you see who I am right here at the beginning. So here is the class on Blackboard. So when you first come in, you should see announcements at the beginning. You look like this. Here's this announcement telling you some detail about this class. And then you navigate through Blackboard with this place over here on your left. You see these different links, right? So announcements take you to here. I'll be using announcements to communicate with the class. You can subscribe to them, and that's a good idea if you want to make sure that you get everything I'm talking about. I'll probably be sending 2 or so a week. They'll have supplemental information, sometimes some more information about what we're studying that week. Sometimes it'll be me telling you about something important going on. There's a lot of things that can happen with announcements, so make sure you catch them and see them. That's what this first thing here is about. So stay connected, stay informed is saying make sure that you have this all set up, and you can even have an app on your phone for your email. So or get it through your phone. So that's important, right? So that's announcements. Course information. Here's where you go if you want to see the syllabus and the schedule. Both are really good to look over before the class starts. The schedule, I'd recommend keeping a copy of that. If you click it and download it, you can keep a copy. You could print it if it's really helpful for you. If this is like a first college class you've taken, I would recommend printing that and keeping a copy. It walks you exactly through when everything's due for this class. So it makes it easy. And the next part is course content. This is where you'll like how to access your content and be like your little piece here where I tell you your learning is going to start here every week, how to use online databases, and then jumping into the folders, right? And then we come over here to discussion board. Once a week, you'll be posting a discussion board answer to a discussion board prompt. So module 1, here it is. This is the one you want to do. Don't worry about module 2 just yet. That one shouldn't be. I'm going to make that one hidden, actually. So you don't even see it. Doesn't even stress you out. But part 1 is what you need to do. So this week's discussion board, you want to, there's 2 parts. Part of it is choosing a topic for your first essay. You can change your mind later on that, by the way. You can change your mind up until you turn it in. But it's choosing a topic and writing a thesis statement. That's all of your work for week 1, is figuring that out. So you go through the module 1, and it'll end with telling you, come to the discussion board, do this work here. When you read the discussion board, it tells you, I walk you through trying to help you pick a topic if you don't have one. And again, this is just, if you can change your mind on your topic later, you just need to have one picked for the end of this week. And you need to write a thesis statement that applies to that topic. And then you post that before midnight Wednesday. That's when you have to have that done. Once you got that done, make sure you come back to the discussion board and comment on at least 2 people's posts. If you do that and answer any questions you directly get on the discussion board, you'll get all the points for the week. If you post a thesis statement and people say, hey, I think you should change it this way or that way, and you edit it and stuff and post it again, that's 100% great. So don't think about your initial post needing to be 100% perfect. Think of it needing to be your best work and complete. But this is a conversation, right? I'll jump in, I'll point out things that can be altered, and then you just keep doing it, and we make good work that way, right? So that's my goal for week number 1 is that you have a good thesis statement ready to go and a topic chosen that the thesis statement's about. The other part for week 1 is the student introductory assignment, SIA. So if you're new to CityU, you might not know what this is. This is in every class. You'll be asked to do this. I want you to post a picture of yourself and a short description. You can answer this questions right here. Ask you to reply to. This is to help us get to know each other. Like you're seeing me in this video, but I won't see you unless I see you here on the discussion board or unless we meet for some reason. So this is a way to get to know each other. It's a way for me to get to know who you are and not just to be a name and a number, right? So introduce yourself. And then later, so both of those are due by midnight Wednesday, your self-introduction and your thesis statement and topic. So make sure you got both of those in by Wednesday of next week. So that would be the 7th. You want to be midnight on the 7th. And then by Sunday, you want to make sure that you comment at least twice, right? So those comments, since you're doing 2 different things this week, comments could be in either place. So if I'd recommend looking at other people's thesis statements, giving some comments to help. That's part they want to establish right now is that we're on the same team, right? We're not against each other. There's no bell grade curve to this class. You can all get A's, and I'm hoping you all do. So that's You're on the same team, help each other out. We're going to be doing this discussion board work a lot. We're going to be editing each other's papers, looking over things, trying to give helpful suggestions, and learning from each other on this discussion board a lot. So make sure you introduce yourself and make sure that you approach this with a really positive attitude, right? So there is that part. Let me see. So make sure you get that in. And then assignments, this is where you can look at the different assignments as they pop up. So you have essays that you're going to have to do in the class and stuff. They'll pop up here as they get introduced through the coursework. Just to let you know, a heads up, there will be 3 major essays in this class. The first 2 are pretty short. They can't be over 2 pages of essay. They can be 1 or 2 pages of actual essay writing. And then the third one's a big one. So the way I kind of look at this, your first 2 essays are practice. And we're going to work a lot of it in class on the discussion board. You're going to be working on pieces of it. This week, it's the thesis statement. The next week, it'll be finding sources and judging how sources are good or bad. The next week, we'll be talking about outlining and how to write a good introduction. It'll go step by step through everything. If you want to work ahead, you totally can. But the essays are, the first one's an informative essay. The second one, and the top, as far as topics, your topic needs to be something to do with human rights or earth health or social justice. So something in that realm. I'll give you a list of ideas with links to websites that you can use, but something in that realm. It just needs to be related somehow. Well, the main thing I don't want is when this class had just, these could be about anything, I would get informative essays on like, my top 3 favorite weapons in my favorite video game are, and I'd get a description of those. That's great for practice, but that's not the best practice, right? I want you to be practicing at the level you're actually going to be performing. So you're going to be writing essays throughout your entire college career, so that's why we're practicing now. So, yeah. So your first essay is an informative essay. Second one is persuasive, and the third is what's called an analysis essay. We'll get more to that later. Don't worry about it right now. Just focus on getting that thesis statement done, following the steps, and keeping up, and you'll be right on track. It'll be no problem. Back to looking at the class. Want to make sure that you know where everything is. Grades, where you find out what your grade is. Faculty info is where you can find out info about me. So there I am with my dog. And some info about me. There's my phone number and my email. Want to make sure you know about those, right? If you have any questions come up in this class, you can email me, you can call me, you can text me, really anything. The one thing I want to make sure I mention is I try to keep hours when I would normally be in the office, so like up until 5 p.m. each day and then not on the weekends. That said, it'll if you email me or text me or whatever on the weekends, there's a really good chance I'll reply. But if I don't get back to you until Monday, that's because I was probably busy. With a class like this where it's online, and especially over the last 2 years with COVID and whatnot, we need to give each other grace, right? We need to give each other some space. And so the last thing I want to talk about is along that line, if in this class you have an assignment coming, but you just don't think you can get it done in time, right? Maybe it's COVID related, maybe it's social related, maybe it's anxiety or depression. We're all suffering from that right now. It's a rough time, but I'm glad you're here. And I'm glad you got me, because I don't mind extending deadlines if you talk to me before the deadline happens and let me know that you need some extra time. I'll extend that. But if the deadline comes and goes, and then you let me know, it's much harder for me to give grace for several reasons. So let me know ahead of time if you can. If something happens and you literally can't talk to me, just let me know as soon as you're able to talk to me. I get that English class is probably not more important than, say, a family emergency. But once that emergency calms down, please let me know. You're paying for this class, and I would hate for it to get derailed when we could work together to somehow help you still succeed, even with the problems you're facing in your life. If problems show up. Hopefully none of us have problems show up, and this just goes great without a hitch. That'd be wonderful, right? But if it happens, let me know ASAP. And I don't mind extending due dates. That said, I have students sometimes who will have problems kick up, especially in the beginning of the year or quarter, and I'll extend some deadlines, but everything still needs to be in by the end of the class, right? So if you keep needing more time, we're going to run out eventually. This class is only 10 weeks long. So let me know if I can help you. Let me know if I can extend some deadlines. But if things start going nuts, just talk to me, and we'll figure it out, right? Because I'm on your team. I'm on your side. I see myself as an English coach, and that I'm here to help you to write awesome essays that'll earn you A's, right? Essays that'll help you speak your mind, and so that people can hear you the way you intend to be heard. So welcome to the class. Please go ahead and post your self-introduction and then go through the module and think about what you can do for your thesis statement, what topic, and then, so you're gonna have to say your topic, your proposed 3 points, so your claim, really, topic, essential claim. So what is it your essay saying is true as far as an informative essay? Why 3 reasons say that is true, like why is it true? And then the final thesis statement. If that sounds complicated, go to the module. I'll walk you through it. No worries. So see you online.